You're watching the Ravens Rise High School Football Showdown, and this is the Frederick County Public Schools Girls Flag Football Championships from Under Armour Stadium. That's right, we are inside the house as the two teams get set for the first semifinal. Booker Corrigan alongside Brent Harris. Brent, we're in a familiar spot that we get to watch great football, but it's unfamiliar because it's the first time we've done girls' flags, and they are superior athletes on that field.
Really are. It's one of the fastest growing sports in all the country, and right here in Maryland, Frederick County has taken the lead. And this is a game that is extremely fast. It is going to be up and down the field. We're going to see a lot of great action and a lot of great athletes here today.
And the game really does go fast, and that's where the rules come in. We're going to get a chance to talk a lot about the adaptations of the rules, but you look at some of the most important ones as the game gets going. That 20-yard line to gain is going to come into play a lot.
Yeah, you need 20 yards for a first down. There is no punting. You can elect to punt. The other team gets it on the 14, but this is a game where you're going to see a lot of going for it on a fourth down. The two teams separated by 1 yard at the line of scrimmage. The snap has to be in the shotgun formation. Again, the size of the field a little bit smaller, talking about 80 yards, so 20 yards to gain. And as we watch the game today, the end zone will be the 10-yard line. So look for the 10-yard line. That's what both teams are trying to get to.
Comes up a little bit more quickly, just like both these semifinals. Well, we're thrilled to have you along for the ride. Semifinal number 1, Governor Thomas Johnson against the favorite, Urbana. Urbana has some stars, but let's start with Governor Thomas Johnson.
Yeah, Thomas Johnson this year, when these two teams played, the only team to keep Urbana in single digits. This has been a great team for the Urbana Hawks. Thomas Johnson on defense, led by Naomi Thomas, who leads the team with 7 interceptions this year. And talking to head coach Justin Marshall, said the strength of this defense is in their safeties, and that is one of them. You got to keep an eye on her today.
And you flip the script, you look at Urbana. I mean, every player is a player to watch, but there's a couple of that just stand out above the rest.
Yeah, Paige White is just that. Maybe the most dynamic athlete on the field all season long. She'll do it in a lot of different ways. She has 16 total touchdowns, 10 throwing, 5 running. She's also caught a touchdown this season as well. Her head coach, Nick Domalakis, told me she's the Lamar Jackson of flag football. She is all over the place, and she is tough to cover.
That's some great praise. You could see she had her hands in her pockets in the warm-up right there. That will indicate whether the wind, some of the chill might have an effect on it. We have some great football in front of you, folks. Don't go anywhere. 2 semifinals and a championship. We'll be back right after this.
"16 playoff victories, 2 coveted trophies, legions of devoted fans. And for 18 years, the Baltimore Ravens have chosen MedStar Health for their medical care. For generations, people across the region have trusted MedStar Health. We're proud to provide the same quality care to the Ravens and their fans, because there's power in trust. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people."
Since 1837, our mission has been to chronicle the life and spirit of Maryland and the Chesapeake Bay. In all we do and in all we stand for, we are Baltimore. This is the Baltimore Sun.
Football is fun, and it all starts when we play a safer game. We exist to lead, strengthen, and grow football for all. Protecting athletes is paramount, from non-contact to limited contact to full tackle. Our football development model offers a smarter, safer way to play and teach the game, and rewards leagues that reach the highest safety standards. By putting athletes' safety first, together we'll create a better, safer game. USA Football.
M&T Bank Stadium, and it is getting loud. Stroud on the play fake, he's hit and shot, and the Ravens stop the Texans. Zay Flowers on the far side, spins at the 25, still on his feet. Pumped once, going deep. He's got OBJ over the shoulder catch, and the Ravens have it in the red zone as OBJ delights the home crowd.
Don't miss a game. Don't miss a moment. Don't blink.
For 10 weeks during the regular season, the Ravens will honor a high school coach who has made a significant impact on a student athlete. This award is in its 26th year of existence. All 10 Coach of the Week winners receive a $2,000 donation to their school's football program and will attend a Ravens home game at M&T Bank Stadium in December for an opportunity to be named the Ravens High School Coach of the Year.
The Ravens are searching for the first ever Purple Rising Community Athlete Award recipient. Nominate a female student athlete who is a leader on and off the field. Win game tickets, a VIP experience at the Ravens vs. Rams home game on Sunday, December 10th. To learn more and nominate a female student athlete, please visit baltimoreravens.com/showdown.
Preparing for the New York Marathon was a long time coming. I knew it was my first time. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I just had to believe in myself and trust in my training and never limit myself. I've had good times, I've had struggling times, but all those make you a better athlete. Like, oh, you're tired, but then I'm like, yeah, but I'm strong, so let's keep fighting.
This is the Frederick County Public Schools girls flag football semifinal game number 1. Brent, let's take a look at the standings to this point. Urbana dominant. How does Governor Thomas Johnson stick with them? They're at 5-3. Urbana 8-0.
Well, they played earlier this year. It was a great game, maybe the closest game Urbana has faced all year. Thomas Johnson held them to single digits. Of course, Urbana heavy favorite, 8-0 undefeated season. But you look at the Patriots at 5-3. All three of their losses to playoff teams, Urbana and our next matchup, Middletown and Linganore. And so Governor Thomas Johnson has a lot of confidence after that first meeting that they can hang and play and beat Urbana, maybe a big upset here in this first game.
And another thing you talked about in our conversation with coaches, some trick plays out of Urbana every now and then. We want to keep our viewers in tune with that as we are inside the house here at Under Armour Stadium on the peninsula in Baltimore. There's the tunnel. Players are getting ready to jump out of that. What a great moment for these young ladies.
We've seen it all year as part of Ravens Rise, and that the cheerleaders for the Ravens here, you have some band and all the pregame pomp and circumstance coming out of the tunnel. You've got the smoke screen coming through, and the fans always very excited. But I know, just talking to both of these teams before this contest, they are excited about this moment. They are excited about being on the field in a semifinal with a possibility of winning a championship title here tonight. And so the Ravens do an incredible job supporting high school sports, high school football, and now the girls flag football. The Ravens have been a big part of this whole thing really getting started here in the state of Maryland, and Frederick County, the first county to be a part of it.
And here come the undefeated Urbana Hawks. Talent on both sides of the ball. Some young ladies who just play multiple sports, and you can adapt some skills that you learn, whether it's softball and having that big arm, or basketball and understanding good person-to-person defense. So it certainly is going to be very, very exciting as things are getting set to get going here from the house. Urbana will be in their blue. They'll be in their dark blue. There they are. And Governor Thomas Johnson in the white with the red shorts.
As you just said, a lot of these athletes playing multiple sports, and some also playing now in the fall in other sports. And they just recently, with a new rule across the state, having dual sport athletes. So you can play two sports in the same season. And some of the players we'll see here tonight do that. And thank goodness for that rule change, because it really does open up this opportunity for flag football.
And you're right, exactly. Some of these young ladies play field hockey. Some of them play on the soccer team, and they're on loan today. We're going to step away for just a quick moment. We'll be back with the opener of semifinal number 1 from Under Armour Stadium.
Tap into the sports market with Corrigan Sports Enterprises. CSE has put on hundreds of events throughout its history, and we possess the tools to give your company exposure in the sports industry. CSE has decades of experience helping great companies like Care First, Pandora, New Balance, and Toyota to put their best foot forward in the marketing space, as well as provide spectacular event management. Bring your dreams from conception to fruition at CorriganSports.com.
Each week, Ryan Mink and Garrett Downing take listeners inside team headquarters to chat about all things Ravens, debate topics, and interview players who drop into the lounge. Listen and subscribe to the Lounge Podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeart, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Be sure to watch Ravens Pregame Live, presented by Caesars Sportsbook, before every Ravens home game starting 1 hour before kickoff. Shelby Granith, Garrett Downing, and Torrey Smith interview special guests and report live from M&T Bank Stadium. Watch on YouTube, Facebook, at BaltimoreRavens.com, or in the Ravens app.
Hey Ravens fans, subscribe to the Ravens official YouTube channel for analysis, interviews, press conferences, and exclusive Ravens Wired content.
Agent Zero, operator.
You can't get anywhere else. Visit youtube.com/Baltimore Ravens to follow and subscribe.
Getting set for the opening possession, Brent, as we talked about, some of the rules are really kind of innovative. I mean, they put their heads together and created some great rules for these young ladies to abide by. And the first one is there's no kickoff. You get the ball on your own 14-yard line to start the game. And conversely, as you mentioned earlier, if you decide to punt, you just say we're punting, and the other team gets the ball on their 14-yard line.
80-yard field. It's 40 yards wide, so a little bit condensed from what you would see on a normal football field. 20 yards to gain to get a first down, and the clock runs. You have it's a 40-minute game, 2 20-minute halves, 3-minute intermission. We talk about fast pace. It's going to be intense. There's going to be a lot of creativity to the play calling. This game, Booker, will move quickly. And, Urbana has been the best all season long, but they're really good on both sides of the football. This defense that takes the field first, giving up just 3.1 points a ball game.
Thomas Johnson will have the first possession, and you'll see all the defenders have to be 1 yard off the ball in order for it to be a legal start of a play. Another innovative little change there. Snap has to be at least 2 yards deep between the center's legs, and the center can then go out for a pass.
So it's 7-on-7, and everyone is eligible. So as you mentioned, watch the center snap the football, and if they choose to maybe send the center out on a pass route, they can do that. And there's no physical blocking, but you can stand in the way to slow down a defender getting to your quarterback.
And one of the coaches referred to that as a basketball pick play.
A lot of elements of what we see on the basketball court.
Quick run and a quick flag grab right at the line of scrimmage. Run that time by number 7, Logo Rodriguez, for Thomas Johnson. Flag grabbed by number 22, Ava Dorr.
Ava Dorr is one of those players, as we talk about the emergence of this sport, girls flag football, is talked about playing in college.
Yeah. Second down now. Longer snap this time. A little bit of time to pass in the backfield. Down and out just through the fingertips of Olivia Dahl.
Good pass by Riley McDonald, the senior quarterback, has had a really nice season. Started the last 5 games, and Coach Justin Marshall said she's really been a rock for this ball club. They lost their starting quarterback, Shamaya Abdul-Khadir, to a broken finger in practice, and so McDonald has had to step in and take over that leadership role at quarterback.
And has been a rock for them thus far, but they need to get going. This Urbana defense is no easy pickings, and there it is, the first interception of the game. A little sidestep, good flag grab, and it's going to be Urbana deep inside Thomas Johnson territory.
What did we say in the open? Yeah. Paige White can do it all. She has scored, throwing, running, and receiving this year, and you can add the defensive prowess on this interception, and check out the one-handed grab by Paige White, bringing it in, and now Urbana in a great position now, what would be inside the red zone, and a chance to put some points on the board.
There you see the snap, the high throw, and she goes up with one hand. We talked in the open. Great athletes. Little misdirection, run to the outside and left. No flag grabbed yet, but now it's grabbed at about the 18. Good grab by number 24, Zoe. So.
It's Addison Queen coming around the edge. She's the feature back for the Urbana Hawks, the top seed here in this first semifinal game.
Looking to throw right back to the center, inside, and flag grabbed at about the 12. She thought she wanted to celebrate the first touchdown of the semifinals.
Kara Spikes, one of the captains here on this Urbana Hawks ball club, thought she had gotten in, but really a touchdown saving pull there right at the 2.
3rd and goal. Urbana again back to pass into the end zone and in and out of the hands. And that's unfortunate. That's going to bring up 4th down, but I don't think they're going to punt.
Avery Walder wide open in the back of the end zone there as Paige White extended the play to her left. Found the open wide receiver, just couldn't pull it in.
White in the shotgun, no setbacks, bunched on the inside. White's going to run to her left and get the score just outside the reach. And on 4th down, Urbana and Paige White set the tone for the day.
Paige White into the end zone, her 6th rushing touchdown of the season. This year she's averaging over 8 yards a carry. She is so dangerous, dual threat quarterback, and you will see this is a designed run right out of the gate. She drops back, looks like she's going to throw. As the defense backs up on their heels, she takes it in for the score.
And they're going to go from the 3-yard line, which is a 1-point option. Wade dodges right, throws over the head of her intended receiver. Now, Brent, I love the extra point rules that they've established for this. If you decide to go from the 3-yard line, you can get 1 point. If you go from the 10-yard line, you can get 2. If you go all the way from the 20, you can get 3. I mean, that's innovative.
Yeah, I mean, you think about most of the time, teams are going to go for 1. But if you're down 2 or even down 3 and you have a chance to tie a ball game, or does a coach roll the dice late in a ball game and go for a 2 or 3 to win it? The option, though, really creates a lot of different opportunities after touchdowns.
And as fans of the pro and college game like we are, sometimes having a little bit of extra room gives you a chance to get your receivers a little bit more open. So we'll see how this game evolves. Thomas Johnson, a fumble, ball's immediately dead on their 1st down attempt.
Yeah, Olivia Dahl and Naramis Lugo Rodriguez kind of not on the same page there with the quarterback. McDonald, ball just hit the turf on the bad exchange.
Thomas Johnson 2nd and about 11, maybe 10. And there's that handoff they wanted to the inside, and there's that flag grab. It is an art form. In our preparations for this, you watch a lot of flag football, and you see some girls are just gifted at snagging that flag.
We talk a lot about sealing the edge, and a couple times now already Ava Dorr has just been able to get to the edge, not allow the runner to turn the corner and get downfield. And before the running back can get the hips turn, the shoulders turn, she's been in the backfield to pull the flag, and just a great athletic play on the edge.
Scrambling to her left and with some speed out of bounds. That is going to give it looks like really tough to see where they're going to spot it. Did she step out of bounds? Is this going to bring up an itchy 4th down? just what they needed, right?
Yeah, it looked like she went out of bounds around the 17-yard line. Don't be confused, again, by the numbers on the field. The pylon numbers are the ones we're going to follow here today because the field is only 80 yards long, not the traditional 100 yards. But just a smart decision here by head coach Justin Marshall declaring the punt, which means Urbana's now going to get the football on the 14-yard line on their side of the field. That's a lot of yardage that they have been able to kind of make up there. It would have been really a roll of the dice here early in the game to go for it in that fourth down.
And now that, like you said, they can really flip the field. See some of that chill in the air. Molly Warner, number 24, in the huddle, helping get some players in place. But, of course, it's Paige White, number 9, who can just about do it all for the Urbana Hawks.
See a lot of interesting formations too, Booker.
Oh. She decided to throw it rather than run it and just errant on the pass. And the wind's going to have a lot to say about that today.
Yeah, the wind is a major factor. Moving in from the southeast, about 15 to 20 miles per hour at times, the big gusts we've seen. It is a beautiful sunny day, about 50 degrees, but the wind really makes it feel like there's a chill in the air.
Direct snap, jet sweep, and another effective grab of the flag. That's going to bring up third down.
These third and longs, very difficult. Remember, you need 20 yards to get a new set of downs, so you bring up a third, you don't pick up anything on first or second. That is a really tough position to be in.
Receivers to both sides. Paige White deep down the center, and that's going to get intercepted. That is picked off by number 12, Riley McDonald, and she is in.
Wow. Riley McDonald playing that middle linebacker position, just dropping back. As we just talked about, you need a big chunk of yardage to get a new first down. So Paige White looking deep downfield. Riley McDonald just read the eyes, backed up into that spot for a great interception and the return down the sideline for the score.
Pick 6 and just a missed flag grab. She stays in bounds.
What a play by the senior.
Gets to the corner. They're going to go for the 1-point try.
And these extra points end up being really big plays. You saw Urbana unable to connect on a 1-point extra point. Obviously, a 1-pointer here is huge. It gives you the lead if you're the Patriots. So these extra points, you got to watch these throughout the ballgame.
McDonald with a setback behind her. Fakes it, and flag is grabbed, and it'll stay 6-6.
Good play by Addison Queen for Urbana. That got there quickly, saved the extra point.
I thought we might see a pitch to Logo Rodriguez to the near side, but here's a replay of that pick 6, and that is what Thomas Johnson needed. The Patriots feeling it.
You know, Patriots head coach Justin Marshall told me this week, he said that he felt like the team that made the first mistake was really going to be magnified in this ball game. Remember, their first matchup was 8-zip. It was a really hard-fought, hard-nosed contest.
Urbana with possession from their own 14. Great accurate pass to the outside, but a beautiful flag grab by Neyramis Logo Rodriguez.
Kenna Patterson there on the reception. Really solid route runner. Think about Patterson. She was part of the original team that started 4 years ago in rec football. So this Urbana team, a lot of these girls have been together for the last 4 years, all the way up to high school now.
Quick snap, fake little jet sweep, and she's going to step up and run. Eludes the first flag grabber and is now out of bounds. Paige White just has that special it factor.
Talked about being the Lamar Jackson of flag football because she is truly a dual threat quarterback. Saw it there with her legs. She also carries the ball a little bit like Lamar Jackson at times, right? We've said, hey, you got to tuck that ball away. Look at her out in the open space.
And that is a fresh set of downs. Another fake. And right back to the player they faked to. Still on the run, almost towards that midfield mark.
Boy, Addison Queen has been a big part of this offense early for Urbana, number 8. Typically more of a traditional running back, but they've been using her out in the routes a lot today.
Back to pass is White. Flag thrown from the near side. There's that spin move we talked about. And here's another one where you break out the rule book. Because every offensive foul results in loss of down, and every defensive foul results in an automatic first down.
Clock's running.
You don't see a lot of penalties in this game. We talked about how fast, intense. It's a lot like basketball. There's no blocking downfield, and you're going to see a lot of different formations. Not a lot of time at the line of scrimmage. They'll snap the ball quickly, but when they do get a penalty, it can be a major turn.
And it is an illegal block downfield. And that'll put it right back.
As you mentioned, not only the 10 yards, but you do also lose the down.
They still have it marked as first down, so interesting to see how that evolves. 3 players in the backfield with Paige White. Gets off the good pass on a crossing route. And another great flag grab by Zoe So.
There's McKenna Patterson again, maybe Paige White's favorite target. 3 touchdowns already on the season. We talked about how this game feels a lot like basketball. Well, McKenna Patterson, one of those basketball players in the wintertime, just a sophomore there at Urbana for the Hawks.
And it looks like they have elected to punt with the loss of down, and now it will be first down for Thomas Johnson.
Patriots have had just a fantastic season, 5-3, but their 3 losses to Urbana, Middletown, and Linganore, all 3 of those teams are in the playoffs. And the game against Urbana really went right down to the wire. Urbana scored with under 2 minutes left to pull away. It was a 2-zip game after a safety early in the ball game. Urbana's touchdown late was the difference, and that was a close ball game against an undefeated team.
Riley McDonald set back. Looking to pass, goes to her left, and a distracted receiver went right through the hands of the defender. Tough grab for Olivia Dahl.
I think both teams really need to get some positive yards on first down and second down. They've been a lot of third and long. It's forced them into the, as we say, quote, punt situation where you flip the field. But if you're putting yourself in a bad position, again, 20 yards for a first, you need to get a little bit of real estate on first and second downs.
Here's Riley McDonald. Second down, designed to run the whole way. And a good flag grab again. It's an art form. Nice play that time by Addison Queen.
Third down, 6 for the Patriots. Folks, don't forget about concessions.
One thing that Urbana head coach Nick Damalakis said this week was they really focus on strategy. After the first series or 2, they'll make a lot of adjustments because he really trusts his team as far as the strategy of the game.
3rd and long. And another great flag grab is probably going to bring up a punt. And punt they shall. It's not bad having a punter that can put on the other team's 14-yard line every time.
No, it's you are quite literally pinning the other team back deep. And again, the clock continues to run throughout the first half. It'll stop for the final minute. We will get a 1-minute warning, but it is part of this quick, fast-paced action we see in girls flag football. One of the real cool things, too, Booker, that flag football is coming to the Olympics 2028. Yes. It's going to be a medal sport, both men and women, and I think there are athletes on the field now that will be thinking about being a part of that Olympic team for the first time. Pretty cool.
They're right at the right age to achieve that goal, as Paige White is now back to pass, looking to pass. The flag comes from behind. She can't get it. Open receiver deep in the middle of the field. That's number 4. Look like number 4 who's not rostered.
Number 1.
Number 1, my bad. Avery Walder.
Got free deep. And you can see the arm strength of Paige White. Avoids the sack. Watch how she gets away from the rusher here. And just in time to release. Nice strong throw across midfield.
Avery Walder with the catch. And they're right back on offense. Designed run. And out of bounds. A nice little clip of yards there, though.
So the red line, by the way, is the out-of-bounds line. We talked about how it's a 40-yard wide field, so keep an eye on that red line down the sidelines. And one thing, too, did you see Paige White where she faked the pitch? You can only pitch behind the line of scrimmage, so keep an eye on where that comes in.
Fakes the jet sweep and throws it to the inside, and a great flag grab that time by number 12, Riley McDonald. She seems to be everywhere, offense, defense. Brent?
She's getting it done on both sides of the football. Of course, she had the pick 6, playing quarterback as well. This Patriots defense really impressive. They're giving up only 5 points a ball game this season.
And we are under a minute, so clock will stop on incomplete passes and out of bounds. White back to pass. Goes to the left sideline and completes it. Out of bounds to stop the clock with 46 seconds to go in the half.
Ava Dorr there with the reception. She's the one that plays center. You got to keep your eye on it. She'll snap the football and then go out in one of those pass routes, getting to the sideline and stopping the clock.
Late first half here from Under Armour Stadium. We are inside the house. White looks to step up, has some green acres in front of her, zigzags her way in. And no flag grab is going to give her band the touchdown. And credit Paige White. Elusive.
What a run by Paige White. Again, getting into the end zone. And my goodness, so athletic, quick, and avoiding a couple of would-be flag pullers here at the end of this run. Watch how she just cuts it up and into the end zone.
You see the speed, too. She accelerated into that open. Here's the conversion, and they do get this one on a great crossing route. Accurate pass that time, completed to number 10, McKenna Patterson.
Paige White has just been dominant here in this first half. We've seen the arm strength. We've seen what she can do getting outside the pocket with the legs. She now has 18 total touchdowns on the season. And she is just dynamic here. And it's great vision, cutting it back and leaving the defender there and then beating number 7 there to the corner and getting through to the pylon.
Thomas Johnson with not a lot of clock. A long way to go and a short time to get there. They break the The huddle was 6 seconds on the play clock. They get it off in time, inside handoff, and the flag puller is there. And that's going to shut down the run attempt by Olivia Dahl.
And so the clock continues to run. After not going out of bounds, they'll choose not to use a timeout. Each team gets 3 timeouts total for the entire game.
Game clock now at 4. They might be able to get it off. They do not get it off. And that'll do it for the first half, and what a half it was. 13-6 Urbana. The skill level off the charts. They just do such a nice job defensively as flag pullers, but they also have the speed and quickness to break away. We'll be back with the second half right after this.
Tap into the sports market with Corgan Sports Enterprises. CSE has put on hundreds of events throughout its history, and we possess the tools to give your company exposure in the sports industry. CSE has decades of experience helping great companies like Care First, Pandora, New Balance, and Toyota to put their best foot forward in the marketing space, as well as provide spectacular event management. Bring your dreams from conception to fruition at CorriganSports.com.
Each week, Ryan Mink and Garrett Downing take listeners inside team headquarters to chat about all things Ravens, debate topics, and interview players who drop into the lounge. Listen and subscribe to the Lounge Podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeart, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Be sure to watch Ravens Pregame Live, presented by Caesars Sportsbook, before every Ravens home game starting 1 hour before kickoff. Shelby Granith, Garrett Downing, and Torrey Smith interview special guests and report live from M&T Bank Stadium. Watch on YouTube, Facebook, at BaltimoreRavens.com, or in the Ravens app.
Hey Ravens fans, subscribe to the Ravens official YouTube channel for analysis, interviews, press conferences, and exclusive Ravens Wired content.
Agent Zero, operator.
You can't get anywhere else. Visit youtube.com/Baltimore Ravens to follow and subscribe. The Ravens are searching for the first ever Purple Rising Community Athlete Award recipient. Nominate a female student athlete who is a leader on and off the field. Win game tickets, a VIP experience at the Ravens vs. Rams home game on Sunday, December 10th. To learn more and nominate a female student athlete, please visit BaltimoreRavens.com/showdown.
Football is fun, and it all starts when we play a safer game. We exist to lead, strengthen, and grow football for all. Protecting athletes is paramount, from non-contact to limited contact to full tackle. Our football development model offers a smarter, safer way to play and teach the game, and rewards leagues that reach the highest safety standards. By putting athlete safety first, together we'll create a better, safer game. USA Football.
Inviting us into Under Armour Stadium, inside the house. Booker Corrigan, Brent Harris, just like the rug ties the room together. Halftime highlights tie the game together. Let's take a look at how we arrived at 13-6 Urbana. And the name of the game was interceptions.
Yeah, I mean, both teams trying to find a rhythm on offense, and Urbana got a pick off here by Paige White, who also, of course, is the quarterback for the Hawks, and she's also able to cash in the interception and turn it into points. But then, of course, Thomas Johnson comes right back with a pick of their own, and that pick would go into the end zone as Riley McDonald stretches high, takes it all the way back for the touchdown, and it has been back and forth as Urbana went out to the early lead, and then it was Thomas Johnson who answered, but then right before half, Paige White doing just incredible stuff on the scramble. She makes it all the way into the end zone, and the Hawks take a halftime lead 13-6. Paige White has been terrific. 2 touchdowns, had the interception as well on defense, and then converting the extra point there to make it 13.
Urbana will start with the ball. It's ironic that each quarterback has their team's interception.
And both of the quarterbacks play middle linebacker. They're both in the center of the field on both offense and defense.
Paige White in the shotgun. Nice 7-yard snap, fakes it, and a quick pass on the crossing route. And looking to stretch it forward. Urbana gets a good chunk of yards on that first down to start the second half.
A third catch there for McKenna Patterson already here, the sophomore. I love all the different formations that Urbana uses. A lot of creativity.
Trips left this time. Paige White throws underneath on the left. And you see that art form of flag grabbing on that sideline.
You talked about the trips left. 3 wide receivers, all the attention then goes there. And what do? Center, Ava Dorr, comes out into the route after snap of the football, wide open on the underneath. Great design on that play.
Not exactly a pick play, but a bit of a rub.
Coach Damalakis, also the offensive coordinator.
Paige White fakes it and goes up the middle. Tight end's always open.
Yeah, it's Dorr again, and so far, Thomas Johnson having a lot of trouble picking up Dorr coming out from that line of scrimmage. She's been wide open on the last couple of plays. That's a great throw by Paige White over top of the linebackers and laying it right in the hands of Dorr.
You see Molly Warner in there, split to the side. Paige White drops back, wants to unleash it, and does. Has a receiver open downfield. The flag grab was after she crossed. That's a touchdown for the Urbana Hawks. What a bomb by Paige White.
Avery Walter beats the defense downfield. Paige White able to extend the play, and she sees Walter. What a throw from Paige White. That was on the money. Delivered to perfection.
Here you see it all the way through. She rolls a little bit to her left, sets her feet, and hucks it.
That's one of the hardest throws, Booker, to make as you're going against your body's momentum, throwing downfield.
Extra point attempt, and it goes to the ground. There will be no point. And it'll stay 19-6. Urbana Hawks over the Thomas Johnson Patriots. Thomas Johnson in the white tops with red shorts. Urbana going blue on blue. Booker Corrigan and Brent Harris bringing it to you. And there we see Paige White just throwing bombs away.
So Paige White has run 2 in. She's thrown that long touchdown, and she also has an interception. I think she would be the early, obvious, most valuable player so far in this ball game.
And here comes the Thomas Johnson Patriots on offense. They'll tuck and go, spin move as Dakota Bright Brubaker looks like she's taking a snap right there.
Yeah, they will change quarterbacks at times. Thomas Johnson, the Patriots, Dakota Bright Brubaker, the backup quarterback. Similar skill to Riley McDonald, but they do like to kind of change it up, and they'll use Riley McDonald as a wide receiver just to kind of move around a little bit and give the defense a different look.
And they'll come back out with Dakota Bright Brubaker. Takes the snap, quick handoff to the inside, and flag is grabbed in the backfield. No big gain for Olivia Dahl there, the runner for Thomas Johnson.
Yeah, Ella O'Connor does a great job straight down the field, seals that edge, and she's there before the running back is to pull the flag, but a good defensive play there by O'Connor.
Long time in the huddle. They're going to keep Bright Brubaker taking the snaps here in the second half for Thomas Johnson. Looking down the left, gets the pass off, hit as she throws it, and that's going to get picked off. And a flag grabbed right around the 14-yard line, and this is a big defensive stand that Thomas Johnson's got to make after the pick.
just rushing to. Urbana gets a little pressure on Bright Brubaker, who just has come in as the backup quarterback, getting a couple snaps there. And we talked about McKenna Patterson, great hands. How about on defense? Pulls in the pick. That ball was tipped, and it looked like it was going to be Urbana's ball right here. It comes right down to Patterson. She kind of high points it too, right? Real good defensive play on that interception.
Referees making sure they get the right ball in play.
And again, like the pick we saw in the first half by Paige White, giving the Hawks great field position.
Here is White back to pass with time. And she goes for the short pass, and it's dropped. Don't know if they had a lot of yards to gain on that one. That nice defense by Thomas Johnson.
Yeah, Molly Warner dropped it there. One thing I really do like Paige White, she'll look downfield, but she goes through her reads, and that was more of a safe pass.
Fakes it inside, can't hit on the crossing route.
Yeah, receivers not really doing a great job right now, giving Paige White opportunities there. The last two should have been caught. And short gains then put you in a great position where you're third down and still need to get another 15 to get in the end zone.
White looking, lets it go. Completed. Jumping for the goal line. And just prior to crossing over, bring a fourth and a very, very short 4.
It's also one thing to watch. You're not allowed to dive as an offensive player. You can dive to make a catch, but you can't dive to try to get to the end zone or create a first down.
White takes the snap. Great pump fake. Eludes the tag. Puller throws back against the green, and that's another touchdown pass for Paige White. What can't she do?
Check out the spin move that Paige White puts on the defender. It creates a little extra time where she can find her receiver in the back of the end zone wide open. McKenna Patterson just doing a great job of just sitting where the defense isn't, and then Paige White finds her.
Extra point try. Coming from the 3-yard line. Paige White with the receiver to her far right. Accelerates that direction, is now going to scramble. Doing her best Fran Tarkington impersonation, and finds the open receiver in the back of the end zone, and that will convert the point after touchdown, 27-6.
And that is all Paige White. Paige White just scrambled about 60 yards. The field from sideline to sideline is 40 yards. She went all the way to one side, all the way back to the other. And you got to give credit to Urbana's wide receivers because they continued to run their pass patterns and finally being able to get open in the back of the end zone. But look at not only is she scrambling, but Paige White has her head up looking for open receivers. Just an unbelievable play by this senior quarterback for the Urbana Hawks.
We were able to see her use the official as a bit of a pick there, too. It's a veteran play.
I tell you what, the defense just really having a tough time getting a hold of the flag of Paige White. She is so elusive in the backfield.
And it looks like they're going to stay with Bright Brubaker as their quarterback here in the second half. A huge thank you to Adam Riddell and Shamar Gray for all they do to make these games possible. They just work tirelessly. They're here well before we are, and they stay well after we're gone.
Really awesome atmosphere here. How great is this Under Armour Stadium that we're in? Brand new here in Port Covington.
And that's a flag grab in the backfield. Good defensive grab that time. Urbana just imposing their will so far on Thomas Johnson.
Both sides of the football. Urbana, top team, top seed, undefeated, 8-0. We're seeing exactly why, because they are so athletic, so good on both sides.
Right, Brubaker in the shotgun. Quick toss sweep to her right, and a flag grabbed immediately in the backfield. The defensive changes that Urbana made at halftime have paid off tremendously.
Evie Rathel there making a quick moves and picking off the flag at some point too. They're going to flip the field on the punt, 4th down. But as we get closer to 9 minutes left in this ball game, you're going to have to start taking some chances. If you're Thomas Johnson and head coach Justin Marshall down 20 here and very little time left to make up the ground.
9:20 and rolling.
How about this atmosphere here, Book? Great crowd. We can see the water in the Inner Harbor from our vantage point, right? And this whole area really growing around this Under Armour campus.
The Peninsula. A new quarterback in for Urbana. Great flag pull.
Now, it's interesting. We've talked so much about Paige White. Number 19, Audrey Newton, has had a really good season. 6 touchdowns, over 600 yards passing, 59% completion percentage. She's got the 5th most touchdown passes in the county, and she's the backup. Just amazing.
And there you see that accuracy by Audrey Newton. And again, just taking away little clips at a time.
I mean, just between White and Newton, that's 16 passing touchdowns coming into the game here tonight.
And yet another crossing pattern. That time completed number 14, Claire Douglas.
Nice crossing pattern, just creating a little bit of space. And that's the name of the game here, is just getting out in space and then taking advantage of it, using your speed.
Stacked backfield. And pass juggled and incomplete. That time it was Sophia Reed trying to reel it. Excuse me. Claire Douglas again trying to reel it in.
Yeah, Douglas, 10 catches on the season, over 100 receiving yards.
And the handoff goes up the inside, diving for the flag, unable to snag it.
It was a solid run by Morgan Sherwood. You know, one thing, too, to think about here, Booker, this is the first semifinal. We do have a championship game coming up at 7:30 after the Middletown Linganore game. And so Paige White, maybe a chance to rest up a little bit. That's the advantage you have with a 20-point lead and being able to put in Audrey Newton.
Nice pass by Newton. Great flag grab defensively, but accuracy on that pass.
Caitlin Crotty now getting involved there on the reception. And what Urbana is doing, they got the football just over 9 minutes left. They are just eating up clock and moving the chains.
And here is Newton in the shotgun. Looks deep down the right sideline, and the receiver just got a little turned around. Unfortunate turn of events there for Claire Douglas.
Yeah, if she keeps running, I think she's wide open. She's behind the defense, but I think she thought the ball was going to be the inside. Ball was thrown to the outside, and so it had her kind of turning around looking for the football.
More chaos in the backfield, and great flag grab on the far side as Governor Thomas Johnson refusing to go away.
Well, the clock continues to run. Now a 3rd down play coming up.
Here's Newton. And flag was pulled, whistle blows. Great hustle that time by 23. Lloyd for Thomas Johnson. And they're going to declare punt.
Inside 5 minutes. And at this point, Thomas Johnson really in need of some big plays, some quick scores as the clock continues to run. Again, it will continue to run until the 1 minute warning where you can utilize the out of bounds and obviously some of your timeouts as well. And both teams have all 3 of their timeouts, so that could play a factor here down the stretch. By the way, it is a 3-score game at this point, 26-20, even with the 3-point extra point. The most you can get, book 9, touchdown, 3 points, and that would be 18, so you would still need 1 more score. So really, at this point, Thomas Johnson up against it, needing 3 scores. And no chance, because no kicking, no onside kick.
Right.
Urbana's going to get at least a shot to run a couple of plays and run some more time off before you would exchange possessions.
Thomas Johnson hustles to the line. And back to pass up the middle. Ooh. Dangerously up the middle.
Yeah, Patriots just need to find some big plays here, but the clock really working against them here in the final 3 minutes.
And that play is just blown up from the get-go. Took too long to develop, and Urbana, they just get in and grab the flags.
Ramos Lugo Rodriguez, who has been terrific this year running the football. She is their main running back, 3 rushing touchdowns, and averages 15 yards a carry. But she's been able to not been able to get the ball outside and utilize some of that speed. You got to really give Urbana and their defense a lot of credit here in this ball game. We talked about how good they are offensively. This is one of the best defenses in all the county as well. And giving up only 3.1 points a ball game, they have been suffocating here this afternoon.
And quite technically, their defense hasn't given up any points yet. It was a pick 6.
It was a pick 6. The first string defense for Urbana has not given up a point all season. Defensive coordinator Jeff Pontius has just done an incredible job. And their defense, very smart, very disciplined.
Urbana from the shotgun. Good flag grab. Rodriguez with the flag grab. She's played great today for Thomas Johnson as the clock now trickles down towards the 1 minute mark. We'll try to get a playoff before it comes, and will. Great pass in the middle of the play. Not in this house.
Yeah, big arm too for Audrey Newton, plays softball. Both quarterbacks. Paige White can throw at 45, 50 yards. Same with Audrey Newton. Big arms. We saw it from Paige White on the big touchdown throw. And what an advantage when your quarterback can stretch the field the way the Urbana quarterbacks can.
And there you see the accuracy and the crossing pattern. And finally a flag grab. That's going to give them a first down, and they can run a lot of clock.
They can just run the football here and seal the victory. And looks like Urbana, the top seed, is going to be on their way to the title game, which comes up 7:30. We'll have that here as well.
Shotgun snap, Newton deep down the middle of the field, and that is picked off. What an athletic play. That's borderline hashtag SC Top 10. That was a heck of a catch.
Yeah, huge defensive play there by number 24, Zoe Nasso. Plays wide receiver on offense. You can see the skills set, but look at this tracking of the football and the dive right in front of the receiver, because if that gets past, that is gone for a touchdown.
.29 seconds to go second half. Thomas Johnson with a pick six as their only points so far today. And Bright Brubacher, and tosses it to Logo Rodriguez, who puts her arms up and hustles. Right? Anything to let him get your flag, not get your flag. That was inbounds, clock still rolling.
Longest run here today for Nairamis Lugo Rodriguez. It has really been tough for the running back for the Patriots, and Urbana's defense done a great job. And look, congratulations to Thomas Johnson, the Patriots head coach Justin Marshall. They've had a great season. And they played this Urbana team really tough during the regular season, but this one was just a different level. The Hawks being able to do it on both sides of the football, but man, that doesn't take anything away from the Patriots, the season they had. They had to win to get in to this semifinal, into this Final Four tournament. And in that matchup, Justin Marshall, the head coach, told his team, do you want to go to the Under Armour Stadium as participants or do you want to go as spectators? And the team very much responded in that circumstance and was able to get to this point. So they've had a great season. Tough to see it come to an end.
They responded with great play to their coach's challenge, but it was not enough against Urbana today, deep down the middle of the field, and that's going to end with an interception. 3, 2, 1, the clock hits 0, and that'll do her. Urbana holds serve. Looked like Ella O'Connor may have been the one who came up with that INT, and that's going to end it. She was able to run out the clock as well. Thoughts on Urbana in that championship game come up at 7:30, Brent?
2 words, Paige White. She ran for 2, threw for 2, an amazing performance in a 20-point victory.
What a great time to be here in Baltimore. For Brent Harris, I'm Booker Corrigan from Under Armour Stadium, reminding you, you only get one shot at today.
The NFL trade deadline has come and gone, and the Ravens did not make any moves today. Now, based on how things have gone in recent years, it is somewhat surprising to see the team stand pat at the deadline, especially given all the rumors that have been circulating out there in recent days. Now, there was plenty of speculation and some reports that the Ravens were in the running back market, potentially in the mix for guys like Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, or Josh Jacobs. But none of those moves obviously happened. Now, we don't know how seriously the Ravens pursued any of those guys, if they did at all. But we do know that General Manager Eric DeCosta and the front office considered plenty of different potential trade scenarios. Now, I know that social media was running wild with a bunch of different rumors over the past few days, but I cannot say that I'm shocked by the decision not to make a move. And here's why. Number one is the Ravens really like this team. They've got the best record in the AFC, tied with a few other teams, and they don't have a clear weakness on this roster. This team is good enough right now to compete for a Super Bowl. That is a good spot to be. Secondly, it's hard to make trades. Head coach John Harbaugh said that yesterday in his press conference. Teams are especially hesitant to deal away star players. Even for teams that are potentially out of the playoff race, they may have no interest in trading away their marquee players for future draft picks. And that brings me to the third point. As much as DeCosta has been willing to wheel and deal, at the trade deadline in past years, he has still operated within a relatively conventional framework. He still believes that teams should be built through the draft. He has maintained that philosophy, and he loves draft picks. He is not straying away from that belief. And then the draft takes on an even greater importance when you have a franchise quarterback who's now under contract, because you don't have as much cap room to pay other free agents. So you need to stockpile your team through the draft. DeCosta and the Ravens are not going to be a team that completely casts the draft to the side in exchange for splash moves at the deadline. It's all a balance here, and that's especially true when you have a very talented roster like the Ravens do. So no trade deadline move this year, but I still think that this team is really good. They can compete for an AFC North championship and eventually a Super Bowl potentially. So we're excited about where things go the rest of the way. Now the Ravens are back at the bank this week, and make sure you get your tickets to see the squad in person in this matchup against the Seahawks. You can do that by visiting SeatGeek or at baltimoreravens.com/tickets. That's it for me today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.
For 10 weeks during the regular season, the Ravens will honor a high school coach who has made a significant impact on a student athlete. This award is in its 26th year of existence. All 10 Coach of the Week winners receive a $2,000 donation to their school's football program and will attend a Ravens home game at M&T Bank Stadium in December for an opportunity to be named the Ravens High School Coach of the Year.
The Ravens are searching for the first ever Purple Rising Community Athlete Award recipient. Nominate a female student athlete who is a leader on and off the field. Win game tickets, a VIP experience at the Ravens vs. Rams home game on Sunday, December 10th. To learn more and nominate a female student athlete, please visit baltimoreravens.com/showdown.
Preparing for the New York Marathon was a long time coming. I knew it was my first time. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I just had to believe in myself and trust in my training and never limit myself. I've had good times, I've had struggling times, but all those make you a better athlete. Like, oh, you're tired, but then I'm like, yeah, but I'm strong, so let's keep fighting.
Excited for that. We're really excited because we want to see what they look like, and we're here to represent them.
Can hear the excitement and feel the excitement when you come in. So we're excited. It's contagious, but it's been a long time coming. Our marketing team has done a fantastic job. Our partnership with Under Armour, but also the State's Athletic Association, to really kick off and try to pioneer a formal girls flag football league. And we know this is really exciting for Frederick County, but we also are very excited to see this, hopefully in years future, expand throughout the state.
It's great to see you guys here. Uniforms are sweet, by the way, right? It's amazing. There's nothing like being a football player and getting your game uniforms for the first time, right? There's nothing like it, and you guys look amazing. And we are so proud to have everybody here. My daughter's an athlete. She didn't make it in time to get to play flag football, and I know I'm very sorry about that, and I promise you she's sorry about that too. We talk all the time about how great it would be to play football and what position she would play. Of course, she thinks she'd be a quarterback, right? How many quarterbacks we got? A lot of quarterbacks. Thank you for being pioneers. Thank you for doing something that's going to make a difference. You're going to love it, right? You're going to have fun. That's what you're doing it for, because you want to have fun. But you're not going to just do it for that. You're going to make a difference in girls' lives forever, because you're doing something for the first time, right? You're doing something for the first time that starts change, and that's what everything is all about. The most awesome thing about football to me is that everybody can play it. We tell our team on Saturday night before we play, I tell them, I say, I cannot wait to take the field with you and watch you play. I promise you, we'll get the tape and we'll find a way to see you guys play. I cannot wait someday soon to watch you all play. Can't wait to do it. So let's get a team picture. Phil, you got it, right? How about we say family? How about we say family? Because that's what football is. It's family. We ready? Okay, so we can do that. We'll do that too, okay? First, we're going to do family. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family! All right, now Ravens on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ravens! All right.
We are in Baltimore, Maryland for the Frederick County Public Schools Girls Flag Football Semifinal game number 2. The Linganore Lancers against the Middletown Knights. We are live from Under Armour Stadium. That's right, we are inside the house as we get a chance to get the teams loosened up and ready to go. I'm Booker Corrigan alongside Brent Harris. Brent, great talent on these teams. We just saw Urbana hold serve in semifinal number 1. Let's take a look at the standings and see how we arrived at this number 2 versus number 3 matchup. This is going to be a beauty.
Yeah, Urbana undefeated, winning in the first semifinal, a 26-6 win over Governor Thomas Johnson. This matchup between the 2 and 3 seeds, Middletown 7-1 this year. They have had a terrific season. They've also won 7 straight. They dropped their opener, so they have a lot of momentum coming in. Linganore at 6-2. Head coach Brian Sweeney for the Lancers. That's a team that throws the football all over the field. Maybe the best passing offense in the county.
And the organization that put this all together created some amazing rules. Some of them are very basic. They shrunk the field a little bit because it's 7-on-7. But then they also found a way to eliminate the kickoffs and punts. What do you love about the way they made these rules up so these young ladies can be the best version of themselves?
It's 7-on-7, a lot like basketball. It's up and down the field. It is fast. It is intense. It is quick. It's a 40-minute game, 2 20-minute halves with just a 3-minute halftime. But the important thing here is the clock runs except for the final minute in each half. You've got to pick up 20 yards for a first down. Possessions start on the 14-yard line. No kicking. You just put the ball down and you go. So you get it at the 14. If you get to a 4th down, deep in your own territory, you can elect to punt. They will switch the field and give it to the other team at the 14-yard line.
So they'll start on their own 14. You can really flip the field on those punts. That is awesome. We're used to watching great athletes all fall. There's some great ones here tonight. Let's start with Morgan Roberts, the junior.
Yeah, the junior has 5 touchdowns this year. The great thing about her game, Morgan Roberts, she'll run the football and also get out into the flats as a receiver. She can do it both. Nearly 200 yards, both receiving and running the football this season. 392 total yards on 46 touches.
And the Middletown Knights, they have a bunch of talent, a plethora of talent on both sides of the ball. But Kaylee Franklin, certainly a star for them.
The Knights, it all starts with number 5, the quarterback, Kaylee Franklin. 562 yards throwing the football this year and 8 touchdowns, but she can also run it, right? Don't take your eyes off of Kaylee Franklin. She's got 2 rushing touchdowns, averaging almost 5 yards a carry this season.
A great night, a crisp night here in Baltimore for some football. We're going to step away for just a minute before we bring you semifinal number 2 from Under Armour Stadium.
16 playoff victories, 2 coveted trophies, legions of devoted fans. And for 18 years, the Baltimore Ravens have chosen MedStar Health for their medical care. For generations, people across the region have trusted MedStar Health. We're proud to provide the same quality care to the Ravens and their fans, because there's power in trust. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Since 1837, our mission has been to chronicle the life and spirit of Maryland and the Chesapeake Bay. In all we do and in all we stand for, we are Baltimore. This is the Baltimore Sun.
Football is fun, and it all starts when we play a safer game. We exist to lead, strengthen, and grow football for all. Protecting athletes is paramount, from non-contact to limited contact to full tackle. Our football development model offers a smarter, safer way to play and teach the game, and rewards leagues that reach the highest safety standards. By putting athlete safety first, together we'll create a better, safer game. USA Football.
M&T Bank Stadium, and it is getting loud. Stroud on the play fake, he's hit and shot, and the Ravens stuff the Texans. Zay Flowers on the far side, spins at the 25, still on his feet. Pumped once, going deep. He's got OBJ over the shoulder catch, and the Ravens have it in the red zone as OBJ delights the home crowd.
Don't miss a game. Don't miss a moment. Don't blink.
For 10 weeks during the regular season, the Ravens will honor a high school coach who has made a significant impact on a student athlete. This award is in its 26th year of existence. All 10 Coach of the Week winners receive a $2,000 donation to their school's football program and will attend a Ravens home game at M&T Bank Stadium in December for an opportunity to be named the Ravens High School Coach of the Year.
The Ravens are searching for the first ever Purple Rising Community Athlete Award recipient. Nominate a female student athlete who is a leader on and off the field. Win game tickets, a VIP experience at the Ravens vs. Rams home game on Sunday, December 10th. To learn more and nominate a female student athlete, please visit baltimoreravens.com/showdown.
Preparing for the New York Marathon was a long time coming. I knew it was my first time. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I just had to believe in myself and trust in my training and never limit myself. I've had good times, I've had struggling times, but all those make you a better athlete. Like, oh, you're tired, but then I'm like, yeah, but I'm strong, so let's keep fighting.
And we are set for the start of semifinal number 2. Winner gets undefeated Urbana. Middletown will start with possession. They're wearing orange on orange on orange on orange. And the Linganore Lancers white with the red shorts. Motion left. Inside handoff and a great spin move and another one, and she could go all the way. First play of the game, the Middletown Knights. How you like me now? Goodness, number 7, Ava Allen explodes. Brent, were you ready?
Oh, my goodness. Right out of the gate. And Allen using the spin move, Booker. We talked about what a weapon the spin move is as a defender looks to grab the flag. Watch right here. Buster spin. Another spin. And then gone. Turn it on the Jets. Her teammate knew she wasn't going to get caught. She's saying touchdown at midfield. And Allen was gone. What speed. She averages about 9 yards a carry, and she picked up a chunk there on that first play.
Extra points, we'll get into the differences that they can run as they fail to get it that time. They can choose to go for 1 point from the 3-yard line, 2 points from the 10-yard line, or 3 points if they go all the way from the 20 and get it in. The amazing thing was there, Brent, we just saw the Ravens commercial and it ended and it said, "Don't blink." And I hope you didn't, because Middletown came out flying as we get a good look at number 5, Kaylee Franklin.
Booker, I didn't go to school to be a math major. It's an 80-yard field. You start on the 14. That is a 66-yard touchdown scamper right out of the gate.
With 2 twists. And there's a sack of the quarterback right out of the gate. Middletown sacks Savannah Ains.
This offense for the Lancers, it's going to be a lot of throwing. They love using and utilizing the wide receivers. Savannah Ains, one of the best passers in the county.
And a nice touch pass up the inside, and we got another player running. Flag grabbed just outside the 20-yard line.
We talked about Morgan Roberts in the open. She gets a short pass down the left side. The great thing about Savannah Eanes is she really does spread it around. Of her receivers, Porter Lake leader, all with 17 catches. Allen with 15 coming in. She has no favorites. She's able to get it to all of her athletes.
Here's Eanes again, right up the middle. And flag grabbed by the first potential puller. That's a clutch grab by Middletown.
Kaylee Lake, a lot of size, number 24. You can see very tall. 4 touchdown catches this season. Wide open there in the middle of the field.
Perfect snap. And some hustle to the near side. She cuts it back up the inside. But an efficient flag grab for Middletown. That looked like Ava Allen again with the flag grab.
I don't know we talk enough about Eanes' ability to run the football, about 5 yards a carry. She's over 1,000 yards passing this season, 11 touchdowns through the air, leads the county in passing yards and TDs, but you can see she can also get it done with her legs.
Third down, defense collapsed all around her, bobbled and caught on the inside, flag grabbed. A gain of about 3 there. And they're going to elect to punt. So to our viewers, this is where you kind of surrender and just say, we give up the possession here. We're going to let our opponents have it from their own 14-yard line.
Just to let you know, too, I know the graphic on the TV says 1st and 10, but you need 20 to get a first down. So 20 yards, that's a big chunk. They start at the 14, so to get to the 34, and again, 40 is midfield, of course, here on an 80-yard field.
Same motion, fake play. The motion runner ran a step forward before the ball was snapped.
It was a quick flag, too, right at the snap of the line of scrimmage, and the back judge threw it.
And that will also be loss of down for Middletown.
So backs you up the 10 yards. Actually, it's a 5-yard penalty back to the 9, but the loss of down is what really hurts you here. Now you need 25 for a first down.
Quick pass up the left side and down to the turf. Number 20 for Middletown, Kate Stevenson.
Yeah, Stevenson, 4th in the county in catches, 2nd in receiving yards, 361 receiving yards. Kaylee Franklin's favorite receiver, Kate Stevenson, with 5 touchdown catches as well. Keep an eye on number 20.
And Brent, you and I love the multi-sport athlete. She's headed to Shepherd College to play lacrosse.
Yeah, and you get a lot of that, right? It was, as these teams form the flag football all throughout the county, you're going to other sports and trying to find those athletes that really fit this sport, right? Fast, quick,
fun,
agile.
6-0 Middletown. Oh, and the ball's fumbled. It's immediately dead.
You know, one thing I do love about this Middletown running attack, you can see how much speed Ava Allen gets at the point of the handoff. So she's hitting full speed before she gets to the line of scrimmage. That really caused some problems there early in this game on the first couple of runs for Ava Allen.
Middletown in orange with possession, 2nd down. Quick toss to the left side and out of bounds. The out of bounds line is the red sideline right by the numbers for football.
You can really see how dynamic Ava Allen is in the running game. They're on the sweep, again, hitting that full speed before even getting to the defense. You know, averaging almost 9 yards a carry. That is a big chunk. And that, by the way, average went up after the 66-yard touchdown run to open this game.
Some might say it did. A little bit of a high snap, quick toss to Allen, and she again unbelievably elusive, really hard to grab flags. She crosses midfield. You see that quickness, and she loves a good spin move. See some of the players opting to play in gloves.
Yeah, moving the chains in the run game, really, you know, holding possession. We saw in the first game how big the interception is, right? How you have to be so careful with the football.
And see, Allen thought she may have been gone again. Fresh set of downs.
By the way, you can look, all the girls over on the Middletown side have armbands as they call the play from the sideline. Not just the quarterback.
It is sophisticated. Toss sweep to the right. No flag grabbed that time. Allen with the patented spin move.
Notice something here, Book. Not only is it a pitch out, it's a pitch forward. It's almost like it's a forward pass. When you see Kaylee Franklin turn, she's actually leading Ava Allen on the pitch so she can catch it as she's hitting full speed.
And still hit that acceleration. Kaylee Franklin doing a great job as a quarterback. Allen to her right. Gets the snap, hands it off to Allen. And we may have had a whistle blow. Play clock may have expired on that one. No, just a good flag grab.
Again, notice what they call the offensive line or the tight end, but they get out. They can't block downfield. They can only run interference. Hands have to be down to the side so the defender then can get around.
Franklin in the shotgun. Allen directly behind her, a good 10 yards from the ball. They fake it to her. Franklin makes a miss once and twice, 3 times. And finally, the flag is grabbed just inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, what a job by Kaylee Franklin getting out of the defensive grasp deep in the backfield, because not only do you scramble, pick up positive yards, but then you turn it into a big play. They actually will say it's all the way back to the 26. I thought she got a little further downfield. It does bring up a 4th down, but in this case, good time to go for it on a 4th.
They love putting Allen. Ava Allen's a good 10 yards behind the snap, 9 yards behind where the ball's being snapped. That tells you a little bit about her speed and their understanding of her speed. Then they're going to take a timeout to figure it out with 9:02 to go here in the first half. We're going to step away in just a moment. 6-0 Middleton over Linganore. Winner gets Urbana in the championship.
Football is fun, and it all starts when we play a safer game. We exist to lead, strengthen, and grow football for all. Protecting athletes is paramount, from non-contact to limited contact to full tackle. Our football development model offers a smarter, safer way to play and teach the game, and rewards leagues that reach the highest safety standards. By putting athlete safety first, together we'll create a better, safer game. USA Football.
It's always a great day for football. This is the semifinals of the Frederick County Public Schools Girls Football League. Booker Corrigan, Brent Harris bringing it to you. And you see some of that spirit on the Middletown sideline.
We're now officially under the lights. Booker, the sun is setting.
And I'm going to go ahead and tell you that the Middletown team are all better dancers than Travis Kelce. Handoff up the inside, Allen, and the flag is snagged, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Great defensive stand for the Linganore Lancers.
Yeah, big play there by the defense on the 4th down. And it really is, it's a positive of about 15 yards. Had they elected to punt, would have got it to the 14. Instead, they get it out over to the 25.
There's the replay, and there's the great flag grab as Linganore goes right on the offense. And a little delayed flag pull, but a great play by Lindsey Cherry defensively for Linganore. As it's now 2nd down for the Lancers.
Savannah Eanes way back in shotgun, about 7 yards back.
Takes a snap, gets it up the field, but it's incomplete.
It was in and out of the hands of Maddie Porter. What they did there, Booker, she's 7 yards deep, and what they did was let the rush come all the way through. Nobody stood in interference. Watch. Rush comes through, center goes out, and then you throw it, hopefully, to the center who can't hold on to it, but that was a design play to let the blitz come through.
Middletown star Kaylee Franklin, number 5, with a little limp after that play. We'll keep an eye on that for you. And deep down the sideline, Savannah Eanes' pass goes incomplete.
Maddie Allen was down there. You know what? In the NFL, we may have seen a flag there.
Yeah.
As a defender and the wide receiver got tangled. Really strong throw from Savannah Eanes, and nobody there as her receiver fell to the turf. By the way, speaking of the turf, how beautiful is this stadium, Booker? This is
Peninsula.
Beautiful.
This is a beautiful part of Baltimore.
We're in
Under Armour doing a great job.
Port Covington area, the renaissance to this little real estate of downtown Baltimore. And Under Armour, of course, a big part of what they're doing here, bringing campus and buildings.
Middletown back on offense. Hesitation move, pump fake on the pass, and a great flag grab. Kaylee Franklin, the quarterback, looks to be okay. Great flag grab by Jezalee Esquivel. And I saw Kaylee Franklin limping just a little bit on defense, but she appears to be 100% now.
That was an RPO for Kaylee Franklin where she looks to throw, receiver not open, and then just tucks and takes a real quick decision.
Snap to Franklin. Fakes the handoff and now looks to accelerate up the middle of the field. And again, great flag grab by Esquivel. As we see Franklin, 5 minutes remaining here, first half.
Trying to catch the defense. But it did not work. Jocelyn Kwasa.
I believe they're going to say that was on that side of the 20, and that is going to give them a new set of downs, a first down.
That was close. Kwasa made a really nice flag pull there. It was a quick snap.
And it was a quick call of a first down. Eanes in the shotgun. Oh, and that's going to hit the turf as Franklin just pitched it. intended for Allen. No such luck. Franklin looking to the sideline. Still plenty of time on the play clock. Great time to thank all our brave servicemen and women and first responders for doing everything they do for our country. Freedom's not free, and you have more courage than I do. Here's Franklin. Quick toss sweep, and she leads Allen. Allen with her spin move. But again, good flag grabbing by Linganore. Jocelyn Quanish with the grab. Middletown 6-0 lead with possession over Linganore.
Middletown really using the clock, setting up the plays. Andy Baker, their head coach, really taking their time on offense here.
Fakes the handoff, ducks, bobs and weaves. A very short gain of about 3 yards there, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And it looks like they're going to go.
Got to get to midfield here, Book.
Or milk the clock and then say you want to punt.
Knights playing with the 6-point lead. Boy, change in formation as well.
Play clock all the way down, and then they do elect to punt. Which I love that rule, where you concede the punt and your opponent gets the ball on their own 14-yard line.
Now, it's interesting, you know, in the NFL, they've talked about taking kicking out of the game on kickoffs because they feel like there's a lot more chance of somebody getting injured and just starting drives on the 20 or 25, much like what they do here in flag football, but they've taken punts out as well.
Some nice tactful blocking there for Savannah Ease. And a quick little gainer. Clock continues to roll at the 1:27 mark here, first half. Linganore yet to dent the scoreboard. Eanes takes the snap. Quick pass to her left. And a spin move and acceleration. Get them a fresh set of downs.
There's number 5, Morgan Roberts. We highlighted the junior Roberts in the open. Really dual threat, can run out of the backfield, but also can get out into the flat. You will see her utilized a lot in the receiving game.
And it's going to be 3rd down. I stand corrected. As Eanes gets the play from the side, rolls to her left, right up the middle, pass play, great flag grab. And the clock now stops with 51 seconds to go, as that will be the first down they were looking for. Can Linganore get it in? Eanes checks her wristband. Snap almost hits the motion player. Flag in the backfield, interception, and holding against the offense. As that'll be declined, and that's going to be Middletown ball.
Brianna Lee. Looked like the ball may have been tipped as well, somewhere around the line of scrimmage, or just as Eanes released that football, but huge interception with 40 seconds left. Middletown, a chance here to add to the lead before halftime.
Great quarterback like Franklin. Chuck it and duck it, man. Throw it deep. Rule number 1, go deep after a turnover. Especially with the 40 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, one of the most accurate throwers in the county, 70% on the season. Kaylee Franklin.
65 for 93.
This team has won 7 straight ball games. You can just see how patient, too, they are in their offense. They just don't seem very rattled at all. Just really composed.
Handoff on the sweep. Then a spin move by Allen. She continues to spin.
Yeah, Allen has just been so impressive. We talked about how good a running back she is. She's got to lead the entire county in spin moves.
Yeah.
I mean, she had 4 there. We go back to the first play of the game where she went 66 yards, utilized 3 spin moves to get away from the defense. It's so hard for a defender to grab the flag when you spin away.
And that'll bring up second down with 30 seconds to go here in the half. Kaylee Franklin getting the play from the sideline. Play clock running at 17 right now. Franklin hands it off to Allen. Allen goes for the sideline. Stands, spins, gains a bunch, but called inbound, so the clock continues to roll even though it's the last minute here of the half.
Also, pay attention to, you get 3 timeouts for the entire game, and Middletown has used 1, but you don't want to use all your timeouts. Not like, use them or lose them. You may need those timeouts at the end of the game in a tight ball, in a tight contest.
In a 6-0 game, and there they go. That'll bring up halftime. Great half action. Ava Allen put her stamp on the game right from the opening snap. 6-0 Middletown over Linganore.
Tap into the sports market with Corgan Sports Enterprises. CSE has put on hundreds of events throughout its history, and we possess the tools to give your company exposure in the sports industry. CSE has decades of experience helping great companies like Care First, Pandora, New Balance, and Toyota to put their best foot forward in the marketing space, as well as provide spectacular event management. Bring your dreams from conception to fruition at CorriganSports.com.
Each week, Ryan Mink and Garrett Downing take listeners inside team headquarters to chat about all things Ravens, debate topics, and interview players who drop into the lounge. Listen and subscribe to the Lounge Podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeart, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Be sure to watch Ravens Pregame Live, presented by Caesars Sportsbook, before every Ravens home game starting 1 hour before kickoff. Shelby Granith, Garrett Downing, and Torrey Smith interview special guests and report live from M&T Bank Stadium. Watch on YouTube, Facebook, at BaltimoreRavens.com, or in the Ravens app.
Hey Ravens fans, subscribe to the Ravens official YouTube channel for analysis, interviews, press conferences, and exclusive Ravens Wired content.
Agent Zero, operator.
You can't get anywhere else. Visit youtube.com/Baltimore Ravens to follow and subscribe. The Ravens are searching for the first ever Purple Rising Community Athlete Award recipient. Nominate a female student athlete who is a leader on and off the field. Win game tickets, a VIP experience at the Ravens vs. Rams home game on Sunday, December 10th. To learn more and nominate a female student athlete, please visit BaltimoreRavens.com/showdown.
Football is fun, and it all starts when we play a safer game. We exist to lead, strengthen, and grow football for all. Protecting athletes is paramount, from non-contact to limited contact to full tackle. Our football development model offers a smarter, safer way to play and teach the game, and rewards leagues that reach the highest safety standards. By putting athlete safety first, together we'll create a better, safer game. USA Football.
We're in Under Armour Stadium in the house as Linganore trails Middletown in semifinal number 2. These are two teams who hit the field running. They were fired up about having a chance to take on Urbana. I'm Booker Corrigan alongside Brent Harris. And just like the rug ties the room together, halftime highlights tie the game together. Here they are coming out of the tunnel. Linganore and now Middletown. Middletown with the 6-0 lead. Let's take a look at how we got here. It didn't take long, Brent.
No, the scoring on the very first play, Ava Allen, a couple of spin moves and gone. 66 yards to the house on the touchdown, and that was it as far as offense. After that, it's been a lot of defense on both sides.
There's the touchdown from ground level, and you see the celebrating teammates with 40 yards left to go in the run.
Ava Allen is quick, and we saw her speed, what it could do in that first half, and Linganore's going to have to really do a good job of spying on number 7 the rest of this ball game.
And there's the late interception that put a halt to any aspirations that Linganore had of scoring in the first half. They do get the ball to start the second. Linganore in their white tops, red shorts. Middletown, as I like to say, orange on orange on orange.
Great thing about this ball game, too, right? This girls' flag football 3-minute halftime.
Yeah.
Grab a little water, maybe a Gatorade here or there.
We'll change
get back out on the field. Let's go.
Let's make an adjustment. One adjustment only.
Of course, just as we say that, the referee's holding up the game. Oh, because the down marker was not ready. See, the players are on the field. They know 3 minutes. A down marker probably went to get a bite to eat. Thought halftime had a little time to get a bite. Nope.
Savannah Eanes at quarterback, rolls left. Great accurate touch pass and a cutback. We got live action. Great flag grab that time, but credit number 5, Morgan Roberts, with a nice catch and some nifty inside moves in traffic.
Right, real creative play. You saw a bunch formation in the backfield. Gave Ains a lot of time to throw the football. Touch pass right here in the flat. They allow the defenders to come, and then she just hits a receiver.
And that play, looking like Blake Corrigan drew it up. Completed, advanced.
Looked like they went back to the same play. Sometimes coaches will do that, right? The play works, and we'll keep running it till you stop it, but it just didn't unfold the same way the second time.
Eanes in the shotgun. Couple blockers to help her, and the low pass. That pass rush gets in there and disrupts her timing on the play. And that'll bring up third. Eanes checks the play wristband. A lot of receivers to the right. Completes it up the sideline. And Linganore's got something cooking.
Second catch of the night there for number 24, Kaylee Lake. But look at the zip on the football from Savannah Eanes. We know she's got a super strong arm. She gets out of the pocket. Love rolling to her right. That's where she can really fire the football down. And a receiver wide open.
Great catch. Here's Eanes. Oh, and it's picked off the inside. Great defensive play. Wow. Stepping in on that one. Number 13, Uli Kazahamazina.
Kazami Akina, I think just really jumping the route. I think she's watching the eyes of Eanes and watch from your right to left, right there, right into the screen to pick it off. Great anticipation from Kazami Akina.
Great pickoff, and that's going to give Middletown a nice opportunity already in Linganore territory. Franklin Drops straight back, straight down the right sideline, and not her normal accurate ball.
Nearly just gave it right back there. Alexis Sweeney there on defense. She would love to have that one back. Nobody around her, Book, and just, I think, maybe looked up, took her eye off the football there at the last second.
Early second half.
Well, you called it right after a turnover midfield. You go for the
deep.
touchdown, right? You go deep.
Great pitch to Allen, and she accelerates after getting it. Flag grab just inside the 30-yard line. Reminding you again, pay no attention to those big, large numerals on the field. It's the little orange triangles you want to pay attention to because it's only an 80-yard field that's 40 yards wide. And a quick play, quick snap to get the first down.
A smart play by Kaylee Franklin. The defense wasn't even set. Coming off that 12-yard run by Ava Allen. And before the Lancers could get their defense ready, she just snapped the football, picking up a first down.
Cheyenne Ham with the flag grab for Linganore.
So inside the 20, so you get 4 downs now to try to get a score.
Middletown with possession and a 6-point lead. And a flag right on the snap of the ball. And that's illegal motion. She just turns and goes forward a half a beat too soon. And that is also loss of down.
Yeah, that one hurts. You're looking at a first and goal from about the 19-yard line, and that's going to back you up another 4-5 yards. But the loss of down is what really hurts in that situation, Booker.
So now it's 2nd and goal. Great time to thank Adam Riddell and Shamar Gray for all they do to make these happen all season long. 2nd to none. The Ravens proven why they are the best organization in football. And this time it's clean and a left side incomplete.
Just overthrown, looking for Kate Stevenson. And you know, you mentioned about what the Ravens and their role with this, with flag football here in Maryland. They've been such a big part of it. The NFL initiative. Coach John Harbaugh actually hosted 300 plus of the Frederick County flag football girls at the Ravens facility back in mid-August to kick off this season. They've got a tremendous amount of support from the Baltimore Ravens and some of the players here tonight as well. I think I saw Geno Stone down on the field. Of course, talk about interceptions. Geno Stone having a Pro Bowl type season with 5 picks already this year.
Here's the snap. Franklin toss, incompletes the toss, and that's a dead ball immediately. There's no fumbles.
So it brings up 4th down, and you think about the illegal shift, Booker, that on 1st down put you in negative yards, made it a little more difficult, went from 1st and goal at the 19 to 2nd and goal from the 24, and that really changed the way they were going to call the plays here on this drive. And that's an interesting call, too, because
they're going to punt.
It's only about a 10-yard difference on that punt. From where you had the ball and maybe running an offensive play and picking up 3, 4, 5 yards, not the touchdown, you pick up 10 on the punt.
Yep.
A little bit of strategy from the coaching staff there for Middletown.
A lot of strategy, and Linganore breaks the huddle quickly. Savannah Eves takes the snap and whistles blow.
Snap's so important, as you talked about, no fumbles. And so the second the ball touches the turf, it's a dead ball. So a bad snap, even though she had tons of time to pick it up, you've lost all that yardage.
Ball is dead at the spot. And Eanes with Julia Harmon in there helping her. Hits Harmon. Spin move, but a flag grabbed. And Maddie Porter with the reception.
And Lancers like to have their quarterback kind of deep. It's more of a 4, 5, 6 yard snap, which could make it a little bit more difficult. But like a lot of teams, the Lancers like to use their setter out in a route.
And the pass on the run is just a smidge low. That'll bring up 4th down, and I would not be surprised to see the punt conceded. And they will.
So back-to-back punts, flips the field, and we start over all the way back as Middleton's going to have to start this possession at the 14-yard line.
A crisp night here in Baltimore. Here at the Peninsula. Under Armour Stadium in the house. Kaylee Franklin with Ava Allen behind her. Quick fakes the pitch and takes it herself. Left side, spins a couple times, but only gains a 6-7 yard gain.
That good spin move for an extra couple of yards there by Kaylee Franklin. You start to look at the clock a little bit, Book. We're down to about 10 minutes left here in this second half. Middletown with a touchdown lead, a chance to maybe eat up a little bit of clock. But if you're Linganore, you want to get the football as quick as possible to have a little bit of time to work with.
And it's a sports conundrum as a coach. When do you take your foot off the gas, and when do you keep on going? Ava Allen keeps her foot on the gas. Great flag grab.
Yeah, it's kind of tough in this game with a running clock and having to pick up another 20 yards to move the chains, and
your punter can pin them down on their own 14
every time.
It's almost like it's a rule. And here's Franklin, rolls to her right, flag grab just outside the 30-yard line.
So it'll be interesting with that spot. Just across the 30, I think at the 33.
And we'll see what happens
so
here.
Big third down.
They could just milk clock. They motion a player to the left. Handoff to Allen, and she does the spin move. Flag grabbed on the other side of midfield. But that will be enough for a Knights first down.
I just love how Ava Allen has run the football here tonight. Her quickness, the spin move has just been spectacular. And utilizes it again. It's a spin move that's going to pick up the first down for the Knights.
And we've talked today that this sport will be a 2028 Olympic competition, as we see great run by Kaylee Franklin.
A little slow to get up. Boy, it's a quick play, and we've seen that a couple times here from the Middletown Knights, where they get to the line of scrimmage and snap before it seems like the Lancers defense gets set.
Referees sorting it out a little bit. Blocking the flag called against Franklin.
Yeah, you can't in any way, shape, or form use your arm to block the defender from getting to your flag. Had a chance there. You can see Her elbow dipped down to the flag area, made it difficult for the defender to get to it, but she did beat that first defender on just a really nice move.
And here's Franklin. Has Allen. She goes deep down the right side. Receiver breaks in.
Wow.
Taps it to herself. Catches it. In for the score. Yes. Oh, what a great play by Middletown's number 20, Kate Stevenson.
It is the best catch you will see tonight. Are you kidding me?
Taps it to herself.
Comes back to the football. Taps it, catches it, turns, and finds the end zone.
And the poor defenders are mind blown. Like, there's no way she caught that. And now they got to grab a flag.
Did somebody say you got mossed?
They did get mossed right there.
Wow. What a catch.
Extra point try, quick pitch. Oh, and then the throwback is in for the score for Franklin.
Well, I like that play. You pitch back, so you still have the ability to throw a forward pass. But not only do you pitch back, it's the quarterback that goes in to the end zone, kind of on the seam.
And the referees are talking with the Middletown offense.
They're going to say there again was in motion too quickly. Another look at the touchdown. My goodness, does she get up? Kate Stevenson, her 6th touchdown catch of the season.
And now it's a Linganore possession. The extra point was ruled nullified. Little hook and lateral play. And good yardage for the Linganore Lancers on the far sideline. Genevieve Chase with the flag grab. And Morgan Roberts with the snag. Eanes, another pass.
Well,
from the original.
Just took a play from Middletown, right? The throwback, and then you have the forward pass. Didn't fool Middletown.
Try for the double pass right there. And the quick pass. Credit the defense of Middletown for forcing Linganore into a tough spot.
Sophia Osherman couldn't handle it. She was only about 3 yards from Savannah Eanes, a quarterback. It was a real tough sort of pitch and catch being that close together.
3rd and a good chunk. Eanes deep into the middle of the field. Great catch in traffic. And that'll give a first down to the Linganore Lancers.
Yeah, what a strong throw. Maddie Allen knew exactly where she had to be on the field to be able to move the change just past midfield at that 40-yard line. But Eanes with a dart to her wide receiver. Savannah Eanes might just have the strongest arm in the entire county. Over 1,000 yards through the air this season.
Takes the snap, looks, has it deflected and intercepted. Ava Allen steps in and intercepts it as she and Kaylee Chase were applying pressure to the quarterback.
Again, Allen has been so good on both sides of the football. Here, the defense gets their hands on it. The pass goes straight up into the air, and credit Ava Allen on being there and aware of where the football is. Watch this, great defense.
And
it was Kaylee Franklin who tipped it, and Allen there to pull it in.
They do make a great tandem on both sides of the football. Here's Middletown possession.
And that may just be the defensive play that puts this one to bed. Middletown with a 2-touchdown lead. Linganore really needed something on that last possession.
Straight up the gut goes Allen, and again, using the spins to gain extra yards. Kaylee Franklin, the quarterback, has a fairly easy job.
Yeah,
Allen's right behind her, hand her the ball.
In this game, for sure, this Middletown team this year averaging just over 16 points a ball game, and they are a team that can run it and pass it, but they really relied heavily on the run game. I think because Ava Allen has been so good here tonight that they haven't had to throw the football a whole lot downfield.
Motion left. Franklin gets the snap, spins her way free into the secondary, gets to the next level, and she is now inside the 10-yard line. Laura Gunning with some good hustle for Linganore.
Yeah, coming down to the final minute as we hit that 1-minute warning here. And Linganore is going to have to start using some of their timeouts. Not sure what the referees are trying to figure out here. A couple of nice spin moves again for Franklin. Of course, Kaylee Franklin was called for protecting the flag on that last drive, but this is going to go against the defense. I don't know that the contact was really initiated by the defense. Looked like Kaylee was just kind of falling to the turf there. But nonetheless, few extra yards, a first down, and a chance to punch it in from 2 yards out.
And that is also an automatic first down, so it's first and goal from the 2. And with, again, no onside kicks, Linganore's found themselves in a very tough spot here in the second half. Again, the lead on the pitch, and that is in for the score. And Middletown, the Knights.
Yeah, Brianna Lee. Again, they utilize the running back in a way where the running back gets a little bit of momentum and then the pitch comes, and they're kind of hitting their stride as they get to the line of scrimmage. It's really been tough for the Lancers here tonight to pick this up and then just stretch across the line, the goal line for the touchdown.
Quarterback Kaylee Franklin is so good at pitching that ball so that the running back has to accelerate to go get it.
Well, we talked about where she's pitching it even forward on occasion. Yeah. Not a back pass, it's actually a forward pass on the pitch.
Twin receivers to the right. Franklin rolls that way, pass up the middle, incomplete. An untimed down, 53 seconds to go here in the ball game. And it'll be Linganore ball.
They've done it on the ground, a couple of rushing touchdowns. Allen and now Lee. And Kaylee Franklin has just been terrific at quarterback, is really just sort of engineering, making all the right decisions here tonight. And final minute down, 3 touchdowns. This one is as good as done, as the Lancers will finish it out on offense.
And that pass falls incomplete. That'll stop the clock. But it's second down.
First time this season these two teams met back on October 11th. Much closer, 12-7 game that Middletown won. This one has turned out to be more of a blowout here late in the second half. with
but
a
it started all the way
three-touchdown
up
score.
with Ava Allen from the jump. And we have a flag on the play. And that'll be against the offense, and that'll be loss of down and loss of yards. And a timeout by Linganore. They want to huddle up and 18-0 your score, Middletown over Linganore.
Football is fun, and it all starts when we play a safer game. We exist to lead, strengthen, and grow football for all. Protecting athletes is paramount, from non-contact to limited contact to full tackle. Our football development model offers a smarter, safer way to play and teach the game, and rewards leagues that reach the highest safety standards. By putting athletes' safety first, together we'll create a better, safer game. USA Football.
Late in semifinal number 2 of the Frederick Public Schools girls flag football semis. This is the second semifinal. Urbana rolled heavy in the first one. Middletown has rolled relatively comfortable today. What do you like about Middletown as you see them now having to take on Urbana for the title?
A ton of momentum. This will be their 8th straight win as they'll move to 8-1 on the season. Urbana, of course, undefeated at 9-0 now with the win in the first semifinal. And both games really weren't all that close. Urbana won by 20. Middletown right now up by 18 in the final 39 seconds. And it is the top 2 seeds. It's the matchup everybody kind of thought we would get here tonight. Well, we get a kickoff at 7:45. It's the 2 best teams this season in the county.
The 2 hottest teams. Long snap. Ains looks left and now goes right, completes it. Spin move to elude the flag grab, and a great snag by number 20, Kate Stevenson for Middletown.
May have saved a touchdown, too. Just one to beat there.
Maddie Allen with the reception for Linganore, and they will use yet another timeout.
They have great receivers for the Lancers. They just have not really been able to get open here tonight. We talked about Eanes, how good a passer, leading the county in passing yards, passing touchdowns. They've got 4 great receivers on this team that they utilize, but we have not seen a whole lot of that, right? This is a little too late for the Linganore Lancers.
And when Eanes was getting back in there and having a little bit of time, that's when Middletown decided to rust their 2 best athletes, Kaylee Franklin and Ava Allen. And they, of course, orchestrated the interception. Here's Eanes. One receiver breaks out of the backfield. And a flag grabbed with 20 seconds to go. Timeout, Linganore.
There's a missed grab back at the 30-yard line, able to pick up a few more yards there.
And Linganore will huddle up for just a second. They've been trying to break the huddle early after the last couple timeouts.
Yeah, no quit here in Linganore. Maybe a little pride, too, Book. You never want to be shut out, right? Down 18-zip here. Final 16 seconds. Score would feel good.
Great season for Linganore. But with 16 seconds remaining and no such thing as an onside kick, I don't know how it is possible.
Yeah, there are 2 losses this season to the top 2 teams in Urbana and Middletown. Only 2 blemishes on the old resume.
Eanes drops back. Hit as she released. Oh, what a great catch. But a flag grab, and the game will end. No, they'll stop it for the first down. They'll stop it for the first down. Linganore's got to get set up. They have 7 seconds.
Maddie Allen in stride. What a grab.
But it is safe to say that the barn contains the hay.
Into the end zone and incomplete, so it will be a shutout as Middletown is moving on to the final.
Moving on up. And for that, they will face Urbana in the championship game at 7:30.
It's a rematch of a week 1 showdown between these two, and they have been the two best throughout the season. Urbana undefeated. Middletown now 8-1. It's going to be an awesome final, Booker.
Should be a great, great final. Thank you so much to our friends at the Ravens, and of course the great Ryan Corrigan. For Brent Harris, I'm Booker Corrigan, reminding you, you only get one shot at today.